Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Hellhole, a new Shudder original horror film coming to you from the Addams family. Not that Addams family, John Addams, Toby Poser, and Lulu Addams, who were behind the film Hellbender, which I was a huge fan of, so I was pretty excited to check out Hellhole. It starts off with this Napoleonic War setting scene with soldiers, and all of a sudden things go sideways, people explode, and monsters are revealed, and you're like, well, things are going to get crazy. And then it shifts into the future with an American-led fracking crew who are doing this dig, and they dig up this Napoleonic War era French soldier, and things go sideways when this parasitic monster starts leaping into other people. And it's one of those kinds of things where you can definitely feel the influences of other films. This 100% exists in a world post The Thing, especially specifically like the John Carpenter The Thing. There's a lot of parallels, there's a lot of similarities, even to the point where you have John Adams who did the score for this, and it's like, most of the movie, it's like not a lot of music at all, but then we cut into certain scenes where it just gets big, boisterous, just this metal kind of sounding score that sounds like later era John Carpenter, and you're just like, okay, I could feel the vibe they were going for some of these scenes. It just feels really inconsistent because, like, when it's going crazy heavy metal like that, the tone gets a little campier, more over the top and ridiculous, and that's where, like, the blood starts flowing, people are exploding, all that kinds of stuff. And the film was fun. The in-between moments feel so dry and so lifeless and kind of boring. A lot of exposition. Some of the twists and turns of the story feel so just over-telegraphed because of exposition dumps or too many lines of dialogue thrown in that overtly hint at something crazy and twisted that's going to come. And as you go through this story, it's about a crew of people, but barely any of them are particularly interesting or memorable at all. There's minimal relationships. There's, like, the woman who's kind of running the show and her nephew. So, like, you have that connection. I do feel like Sophia, played by Olivera Perunisic, who is, like, the scientist, she is endearing, she's cute, she's engaging, she's like the most interesting character in the film, and outside of her, nobody really has a ton of personality to, like, draw you in. John Adams plays like this tough guy. It's like, yeah, I'll take him out, I'll kill him for him, and, like, everybody else, it's just completely forgettable, and none of them really have any substance. There's one particular scientist who just spews so much exposition, and where his character goes is really predictable because of how much exposition dump he does and how overt where his arc is going to go is just telegraphed to you. By the end, too, when the credits roll, this does not feel like it has a satisfying arc or story to it, and it kind of just ends, and you're just like, is that it? And it feels really anticlimactic. So in the end, what really works about this film is when it's really leaning into its body horror, its genre elements, its creature feature elements, and is cranking up that bombastic, like, Carpenter-esque metal score from, like, Ghosts of Mars or something like that, and it feels like it's having fun. Everywhere else, it kind of just drags. And this film's only like an hour and 32 minutes. It definitely feels much longer than that. But, if you can weather the lull times and you're in it for, like, the crazy genre elements, I think you might have some fun with this. And you know what? It'll be right there on Shudder. But those are my thoughts on Hellhole. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.